as young people, you have to use your passion, your creativity, your political power to work towards making change.
Your skills of understanding, your skills of informed intelligence, your application of that informed intelligence in public policy. You're being trained to communicate, to think about these things and to propose solutions. And now I'm going to say there's no more important thing for me to do today than to encourage, even insist your involvement in the public affairs of this state and this nation.
Because your voice matters, and if you can change the system, then you can change the world.
Are you feeling exhausted, stressed, or anxious because of COVID? Counseling Services and PsyChi are co-hosting a 6-week group for students who have been affected by COVID-related stressors. The group will meet in Nash 301 from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. and will meet every other Thursday ending on April 15th. Join USAO's student support group to share your experiences and connect with others around you who are suffering during this pandemic.
Cameron Hines is a senior men's basketball player who transferred to USAO his sophomore year. Hines is a bit of a USAO all-star, proving himself to be a leader on the court and an excellent student. Most recently, Hines celebrated scoring his 1,000th point in green and gold when he led the Drovers to victory over John Brown University last month. So we're here with Cameron Hines. I did that so I could edit in a clap track. Thanks for coming. So, first question, we're just going to run through these. What was it like growing up in the basketball family? So for those that don't know, your dad was a coach. I know your brother plays some. You play here. You played all through high school, college. What does that environment look like?
Well, actually it's for me, it was for me the best environment I could have, grown up in. My dad, had us in the living room on the floor playing with our little tyke skull, since we were Fisher Price School, since we were, 3 or 4 years old. And so he always told my mom, she would always gripe about us playing in the living room. And he said, well, they'll be able to shoot a left-handed layup by, a lot quicker than most kids. So it was just cool. I think that's really, kind of why I've been a little bit more successful, in college and, been able to play at kind of a high level, I'd like to think. Just because of his, influence, making me I think, smarter basketball player, maybe having a higher IQ than I would have if I didn't have a coach as a dad. So I think it was really beneficial, just for, my whole knowledge of the game and growing up, just, being in the gym with the players and the team all the time and seeing the success he had. So I think it was really the main reason that I'm where I am today. So
Following up with your dad, this is your senior season. So more personal question. What is it like to not have him there, just throughout what I'm assuming is probably a really big season for you?
Early in the season, he, with him getting COVID and everything, not having him there to kind of be in my ear and everything, just telling me things. I still would, reference back to things he had told me, in the past and stuff. And so I think he's ingrained in, me and my brother even, whenever he played for us. And I think he just ingrained a kind of a winning mentality that, you got to do whatever you have to do to win, even if that means, taking 4 or 5 charges or, just facilitating or hitting threes whenever your team needs you to. Just doing whatever it takes to win is the main goal that he always taught. And so I think that's what I've done, throughout most of my career. And I hopefully I'll be able to move on to the coaching, aspect of it and do the same thing. So
you've done a lot of things here at USAO. A few notable things was you were on the team that made it to the Final Eight, which was the furthest the team has made it since 2000-something. Early 2002. Right, so you made it to the final. Do you want to talk about just like what it was like to go that far and be a part of that team?
Yeah, I think that was probably, so far, the most special season, I've ever had in college, my college career. So that team was really special, and I think we have something brewing this year that's sort of similar, and hopefully we can take it to the next level and get to that Final Four and not stop at the Elite Eight. But I think that experience kind of, showed us, how far we can make it, but then last year we also have seen how, the lows of the lows, and then, being so successful that first year. I think this year's team, we have a good balance of, we know that we can be beat, but also if we come out, focused and ready to play, that, we can beat anybody in the nation.
Hines and the rest of the Drovers remain in conference play, fighting for another chance back into the big stage. Catch all the action on the Drover Sports Network. Reporting for Around the Oval, I'm Daniel Buster.